What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new M1 Irons in Advanced Warfare. So, there's a new DLC weapon. It just came out today on Xbox Live, comes out in about a month on PSN and PC, and man, oh man, is this thing insane. It's one of the craziest things we've ever seen before. It doesn't really fit in with a lot of the other weapons in Advanced Warfare. It's kind of like old school meets new school. Like, we've got this like old cowboy western style Magnum coming in with all the direct energy weapons and stuff like that, but it's definitely got its place. It's definitely a very effective weapon, and on top of that, it's a lot of fun to use. So this thing is actually considered a primary weapon in the game, but it does deserve that spot because it's very, very good. The number one reason why it's so good is it's got an insanely fast rate of fire. So it's a semi-auto, so you have to keep pulling the trigger over and over, but the limit on how fast you can pull that trigger is like really high. I'm not sure what exactly it is. It's pretty much as fast as you can pull the trigger, that's how fast the thing's gonna shoot. It's not really limited in any way like that. So like you can dump all 6 shots downrange in just like a second or a second and a half. It's absolutely nuts how fast you can shoot this thing. And in turn, how fast it takes people down, because it's actually got a really, really high damage as well. Like, for most distances, I was getting kills in 2 shots, you know, maybe 3 if they were a little bit farther away. I'm not even sure if it's a 4-shot kill range. That's something we'll get into later. We'll do like an Advanced Warfare gun guide on this thing probably tomorrow. But yeah, it's got a super high rate of fire and high damage, and on top of that, it looks really cool. So you guys can see, like, when I'm firing, if you're aiming down sight, your thumb kind of like keeps pulling the hammer back so you can shoot over and over, or if you're hip firing, your left hand kind of like comes across and pulls the hammer back. You actually look like an old school western gunslinger. Like, it's super sick, and it's actually got like old school bullet noises as it fires too. It's like pew pew pew, like, you know, the old western movies and stuff like that. So it's pretty awesome in that regard. It's also got a very, very low recoil. It recenters so fast that, like, as soon as you shoot, it pretty much, you know, goes up really quick and then comes right back down, so you don't have to worry about, you know, not shooting too fast, because you're gonna, you know, start missing shots. It pretty much stays right in the center of your screen. And on top of all of that, if that wasn't good enough, it's also got a very extremely high mobility, so you can move around, like, you know, sprint around really quickly. You can also ADS really quickly, you know, all of that stuff. So up close to medium range, this thing just absolutely melts people. It's a lot of fun to use if you're accurate, and it can definitely be very, very effective. Now, all of those good things, you might be saying, like, Trev, this sounds overpowered. What's wrong with it? The downside is the number of shots you have before you have to reload. So there are only 6 shots in this thing. It's like a 6, you know, drum revolver, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure the actual term. And that's not really enough for more than, I would say, 1 to 2 kills. You're very rarely going to get 3 kills with this thing, and even 2 kills can be, you know, kind of pushing it at times. Like I said, usually it's a 2 to 3 shot kill, but a lot of times I'll end up shooting 4 shots at the person just to be sure they're going to die, just to be sure I had at least 2 to 3 shots on target. So oftentimes you can only get 1 kill per magazine, or whatever you're gonna call it. You know, sometimes 2. So you really have to be careful. If you put yourself out in the open, you don't have like a one-on-one engagement, then you're gonna definitely get fried. There's no way you're gonna be able to get, you know, 2, 3, 4 kills with the magazine in this thing. So that's just something to keep in mind. So yeah, there you guys have it. That, my friends, is the new M1 Irons. It's definitely a lot of fun to use. It's also very, very powerful. I think it's gonna be really good in non-respawn game types, like game types where you don't typically run into a large group of enemies all at once because they're not respawning. I think in like search and destroy, search and rescue, stuff like that, this thing's actually going to be pretty useful. It's almost like having a shotgun in your back pocket that has a decent range. So that's pretty cool in that regard. There are actually 10 variants of this thing that are being released into the game today. You can get through advanced supply drops and regular supply drops. We're going to be doing a supply drop opening video tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to get those things, and I'll bring you guys a video on those coming tomorrow. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs up for the new M1 Irons. I will catch you guys later. Check out these 2 videos. If you haven't seen them yet, peace out, guys.